Good evening, graduates, guests, and those joining online. I'm James Pritchett, Dean of the College of Agricultural Sciences. Welcome to the 2024 Spring Commencement exercise for our college. If you are able, would you please rise for the presentation of colors by the Army and Air Force ROTC Color Guard. Nathan Messina Anderson, accompanied by the Colorado State Brass Quintet, will lead us in singing of our national anthem and God Bless America.
The 'Brave. bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountain to the prairie to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. You may be seated. Hey, it's a great day to be in agriculture, isn't it? I think with regard to any of the colleges at Colorado State University, this one is closely connected to the land, closely connected to the seasons, closely connected to all the nourishment that we need in order to be able to grow and to succeed. It's important for us to be here together today. This is a special ceremony, a commencement. Things are about to commence in our lives, graduates. And we come together today to affirm to each other when we convene, affirm the values that we share, the values in education and integrity and respect, what we bring together to make sure that everybody belongs. We do all of that here. It's an important act of stewardship. I think that agriculture knows something special about stewardship, and so it's important for us, so that we might be able to affirm that we can acknowledge our land acknowledgement at Colorado State University, which describes both what our mission is and what we want to do in the future, and to understand the dire consequences that came at the founding of our university. So with that in mind, I would like to share with you Colorado State University's land acknowledgement. Colorado State University acknowledges, with respect, that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, the Cheyenne, and the Ute nations and peoples. This was also a site of trade, gathering and healing for numerous other native tribes. We recognize the indigenous peoples are original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. Colorado State University is founded as a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion. And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon. This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion that we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment. This time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you members of the Platform Party. Each person and the units they represent are a vital part of this university, another reason why they're here at this commencement activity. I ask that as I call each person's name, Platform Party, this is you. As I call each of your names, please stand and remain standing. And to the audience, as much as we want to have this uproarious, tremendous applause for each and every individual, instead I'm going to ask you one thing. I'm going to ask you to give one clap as I read each person's name and their title. Can you do that? It's your last test. All right. So with that in mind, it's a pleasure, the Colorado College of Agricultural Sciences, it's a pleasure for us to have with us Dr. Stephen Coleman, Professor and College Marshal, Animal Sciences. We can do better. Dr. Do Roman Muniz, Interim Department Head of Agricultural Biology. Better. Dr. Haley Chenard, Department Head of Agricultural and Resource Economics. Dr. Patrick Doyle, Department Head, Animal Sciences. Dr. Mung Mung Gu, Department Head, Horticulture and Landscape Architecture. Overachievers. Dr. Chris Pierce, Department Head, Soil and Crop Sciences. Dr. Gene Kelly, Director of the Agricultural Experiment Station. Dr. Amy Charkowski, Associate Dean for Research. Addie Elliott, Assistant Dean of Academic Advising and Student Success. Dr. Quatez Scott, Assistant Dean for Inclusion, Diversity, and Equity in Agriculture. Dr. Blanche Hughes, Vice President for Student Affairs. Amy Parsons, President of Colorado State University. We can let that linger. Dr. Dave Daly, Commencement Speaker. Dr. Sean Bingham, Director of the University Honors Program. And Matt Camper, Assistant Dean of Teaching Practice and Academic Programs. I also want to take just a moment to introduce our sign language interpreters, J.C. Brantz and Terry Marsh. Thank you for joining us today. Please join me in welcoming and showing our appreciation to the platform. Well, hey, I want to look in the wings right now and talk to the families and the guests and the supporters of our graduating class. Like you, we are so very proud of the graduates that you're here supporting tonight. All of our students display the discipline and the work ethic that reflect the values of agriculture, this institution, and the great state of Colorado. Now, graduates, I want to talk to you a little bit, too. This is your time, right? We had a chance to be able to spend time together as we got ready to walk out here. And I had the chance to hear your excitement and your enthusiasm and how just what this means to you in this moment. And I looked in your faces just as I am now and looked into your eyes, and I saw some of those same feelings. The enthusiasm and the anticipation of what's to come, maybe a little bit of nervousness about what's to come, right? But I really want to say that the one thing I noticed as I talked to you was how grateful you are for the folks that have supported you through this time and taken you on this journey. And what appreciation you have for all the folks that have supported you in that way. So I want to take just a moment to recognize some folks who've been very meaningful on this journey for you. If I could please have our amazing faculty and staff please rise for just a second. Our faculty provide the intellectual leadership for the college, and they equip students with knowledge and skills needed to be successful in what lies ahead. Our staff helps students explore and craft a path that includes not only academics, but every single thing that you experienced as you were going through here, thanks to your ASCs and the staff who helped to take care of you. Our college is highly respected among global universities, and our student placement is high because of the work of these folks. So thanks to them. We appreciate them for what they do. Well, you know, commencement is this whirlwind of activity, isn't it? There's a lot that's going on. What I want to encourage you to do is kind of stay in the moment. And sometimes, well, in fact, I'd say all the time, a commencement speaker can help you do that. So it's my pleasure next to introduce our commencement speaker, who's Dr. Dave Daly. No pressure on you, Dave, right now. Hey, I want to tell you a little bit about Dave Daly, who's a CSU alum. He's a fifth-generation cattle producer born and raised in California. He got his master's and his PhD here from Colorado State University in animal sciences. Dave, I think you graduated with a degree from the School of Hard Knocks, too, during the last 30 years. He received his bachelor's degree at California State University, Chico. And while Dave was here at Colorado State University, he was heavily involved in the beef and meats research, as well as served as the coach of our livestock judging team. Daly's experiences as a cow-calf producer and educator make him invaluable to California's beef producers and the state's cattle industry. He's a professor emeritus of California State University, Chico, where he spent more than 30 years in many different roles, educating and lecturing on livestock production systems and the connection that agriculture has to society. Daly and his son Kyle manage the family ranch near Oroville, California. And you know, Dave has become an expert in federal grazing permits and the use of federal lands in his experience as a rancher. His passion for preserving public lands and his leadership in California's beef industry has led him to serve in multiple positions at the local, state, and national level. He is currently the chair of the California Public Lands Council, chair of the Public Lands Council Forest Service Committee, past chair of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association's Federal Lands Committee, In addition to his public land-related leadership roles, he currently serves as the chair of the California Cattle Council, and he's also a past president of the California Cattlemen's Association. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Dr. Dave Daly.
Thank you, Dean Pritchett, and to the faculty. You took most of my time with all that introduction. I think it was just how I wrote it, too, to try and make myself sound fairly important. It's fun to be here. It really is. I so enjoy watching this transition and how challenging it will be, how difficult it will be, but yet how exciting it will be for all of you. It really does me good to come back. I've retired from the university. I'm very damn old at this point. But I enjoy what I do, and I've always done more than one thing. And part of that was being a professor and an academic, and part of that was being a rancher. And we're going to talk about those a bit later. My last experience here was 2017. My daughter graduated vet school here in that year, so I was sitting up there in the stands. And she was an overachiever, Dr. Doyle will remember. She graduated summa cum laude, #1 in her class. She will be very embarrassed, but it's a proud dad moment for me to say that. She would rather tell me that she learned a lot about New Belgium beer and playing cornhole than being #1 in her class. So she loved Colorado State just as I did. But I do want to talk about, sometimes it's a little hard, and these transitions will not be simple. And I don't want to scare you because I think you're prepared. Look at your faculty. Look at the work you've done to get this far. So be very proud of that. But look at it as a stepping. It's the next step. And one of the examples I like to use for myself personally was, it goes back a long ways before some of your faculty were born. I came here to Colorado State on a livestock judging team in '76. I was a freshman in college. I ended up having a really good year and ended up actually winning at the National Western. A few will know what that means. And so a couple years later, my professor handed me a note and said, they're looking for a livestock judging coach at Colorado State in graduate school. I kind of was like, you want me to go to graduate school? You know, I went to a one-room schoolhouse in California with 8 grades in one room in the middle of nowhere. So that's like, can I do that? Should I do that? What am I getting myself into? And frankly, there was no cell phones to call home. There was a payphone occasionally if you had a quarter, maybe it was a dime, but it was a little bit scary. And it's like, I don't know if I can do this. I really am not sure I can. But if I don't try, I won't know. And if I did fail, at least I tried, right? I didn't not try. And I think that's the critical piece. So I drove into Fort Collins. The times I've been here before, it was miserable. It was cold and wintry and the wind was blowing. This time it was beautiful. It was like, wow, what a place to live, until the hailstorm wrecked a lot of cars. But it was still a beautiful place to live, right? And so I came into town. I was supposed to be there to start graduate school. Some of you remember Dr. Paul Clayton, or Mr. Paul Clayton, who was your distinguished alum. I was supposed to meet him there to start my graduate program. I woke up in the middle of the night. It's like, where's the hospital? There's something wrong. I'm 21 on my own, didn't know where I was, but I remembered the hospital. I don't know if it's still there. So I drove in, kind of collapsed, and they woke me up and said, you got appendicitis, kid. So maybe you better call your folks. It's like, did I do the right thing? Did I really put myself in this position? Why the hell didn't I stay home? This is hard. But I made it, right? I actually obviously made it through the appendicitis. I really was homesick. I was sort of miserable. You may hate your first job. I'll warn you. Do it. Just get tougher. I mean, it's not for sissies. You have to work at things. And don't be afraid of it. And if you fail, pick it up and go again. It's okay. It's part of who you need to be. And I firmly believe that you have the skills. You acquired them here. You acquired them, frankly, from your family, from the things you've done in the past that led you to a point that actually says, I can take a risk, and it's okay. And I'm going to take a risk. You're going to get a lot of parents and grandparents or uncles, aunts. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? Isn't that a horrible question? Yeah, okay, tell them. They don't want you to ask that right now. Got it? Because they aren't sure, right? It's a hard question. You've worked this far to get this far. Enjoy it for a bit and take a risk. Do something a little different. I don't have much time, but I do want to change hats because these are so weird, right? Who the heck thought of those 500 years ago? I'm clearly a lot more comfortable with this role. I fit it better. I was in an interesting world, in an interesting camp, in that I played in both roles my entire life. I came from a family of teachers, so I was really interested in academia, but I also always loved my business, the ranching business, from a hard-scrabble ranching family in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada who tried to figure out how to make it, and had been there since 1850. So it was really hard for me to leave and think I may never come back. And I got to Colorado State, and I got my master's and PhD, and it's like, maybe I want to stay in academia. There's some really cool jobs. My dad says, you're an idiot if you come back, right? It's probably easier to do what you're going to do. But I so loved that, and leaving allowed me to come back with a different skill set. It was so positive for me to step back, but I also knew I needed a job if I was going to get there. And luckily, there were some opportunities. But I think what it taught me is I was in two worlds most of my life, and most of us aren't. We tend to engage with people who think like us, a bit tribal, a bit community, people who support us. We work with majors, we go into the same places, we really believe in what we're doing, and we start to group speak. We think we're right, and we don't often talk with those who disagree with us. In fact, we rarely listen to them, let alone talk to them. And I think we see that now in many places. In my world, it was very evident. At a cattlemen's meeting, it's like, those damn professors, taxpayer stuff, they only teach 3 classes 3 days a week. What are they doing? That's not very hard work, right? I heard that. And then the academy, it's like, actually as a student, you really need a degree in agriculture to be successful? Aren't you just farmers and ranchers, right? You ever heard that? So I got it from both sides, and it was very good for me to learn to navigate that. And I think where I learned to navigate it most effectively is when I began to listen to others. And I think I'm still learning. That's a journey that doesn't quit. If you can't do that, frankly, you're limiting your opportunities for success. We engage with people we like, we engage with the people we think like, and we automatically and often dismiss those that we do not. That's tragic. Frankly, it's on all of us to do better. And I think we can, I think we should work to do better. As I learned that and I became more involved, and I spent quite a bit of time in Sacramento politics, a bit in Washington, D.C., sometimes more than I would like, I really found that to be useful. In California, most of our legislators are from Los Angeles and San Diego. What do they care about a public lands rancher? And frankly, why should they care? Why should they care at all? So what I learned, and many of them became good friends, and it didn't matter what party. It's like if I asked them about what their issues were, all of a sudden they were more interested in my issues. I think sometimes we're so wrapped up in our own view of the world, we have no room for anybody else's view. And it's sad. So I got to wear 2 hats, the dumb mortarboard and the cool cowboy hat, most of my life. And by doing that, I was able to then engage with people in a way that I think has served me well. And what I found, and I strongly believe, is you can disagree with someone fundamentally and still like them. And I don't think we try that. You don't have to think alike on every issue, but you should be able to respect people with different views. You can't do that unless you listen. So that's the second part of the message, is I really hope that you would be willing as you engage, regardless of what you pursue. And very honestly, those first 5 years will be rough for many of you. Some of you you're gonna hit it running. It's gonna be perfect, and you are perhaps the minority. Because others is like, oh, really? I've got this student debt, did I do the right thing? It will be fine if you just keep pushing. That's what I want you to do. And then the last thing, besides trying to see people's views, the thing that helped me the most, and I didn't get it until probably, I'm 66, so maybe 65, be good to people. That changes everything. If people are willing, and you're willing to work with them regardless of their views, the whole world changes for you. It's been hard for me in some cases. I was pretty sure I was smarter than everybody in the room when I got my graduate degree, right? I knew more, right? I was sure I was right. I was like people who thought like me. It took me a long time to realize, maybe not. There are other views, and I'm still learning that every single day. I took more than my time, which is not surprising. Don't I have 50 minutes, right? Or is it Tuesday, Thursday, an hour and 15? I get longer lectures on those days. But what I really want you to think about is, it's really not about avoiding the bruises that you're going to encounter along the way. It's acquiring the scars, just because you pushed hard. Scars are more important than bruises. Go for them every time. I can speak to that because 2 days ago I rolled the four-wheeler and bogged my horse down the same day. Scars are okay. Just keep trying. I'm so proud of you, and I know your family is. You need to thank them again because they're the people who really helped you get there. Thank you very much. I'm still a Colorado State Ram at heart. I'm really excited to see your leadership, your faculty, and the work you're doing. Take care.
Thank you, Dr. Daly, for those wonderful words. And also, too, I just want to go off script just a little bit. And thanking the family and thank you for helping me with that. Thanking the families and the friends who are here today for all of our graduates. One of the things that I heard a long time ago from a great speaker, Les Brown, is that sometimes you have to believe in other people's belief in you until your own kicks in. And I can assure you that with all the people who are here today, those physically here and then all those who are here in spirit, they really believed in you. So thank you to all the family and the friends who are here to support today's graduates. Good. So I'm Dr. Quatez Scott, Assistant Dean for Inclusion, Diversity, and Equity in Agriculture, and I use he, him pronouns. First, I want to congratulate each of you all for achieving this significant milestone in your own lives. And it's also my pleasure to recognize several graduate groups for special academic achievements. Colorado State University recognizes outstanding scholarship by granting the baccalaureate degree cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude to those students in each college who have achieved high academic excellence in their graduate programs, their undergraduate programs. These students collectively may be recognized by their gold gowns or green robes with gold cords. A minimum grade point average must be maintained during their program of study, and the College of Agricultural Sciences requirements are as follows. Summa cum laude distinguishes graduates who maintained a cumulative 4.0 GPA throughout their degree program. Magna cum laude distinguishes graduates who maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.952. And cum laude distinguishes graduates who maintained a 3.825 cumulative grade point average. Will our graduates eligible for graduation with distinction please rise at this time to be recognized, and everyone join me in congratulating this group. Thank you. You may be seated. And it's okay. Some of us graduated. Thank you, Laude. All right. CSU was founded more than 150 years ago as part of the land grant system to provide access to high-quality education for all. The graduates in this room represent some of the most talented and committed people in the state, the country, and around the globe. One special group we want to recognize is our first-generation students. To be among the first in your family to earn a college degree is an achievement unto itself, and now you are seeing the culmination of your hard work and sacrifice as you graduate. As a fellow first-generation college student, I invite all first-generation students, as well as first-generation faculty and staff here this evening to stand and be recognized as we applaud your success. Thank you. Last but not least, I invite our active military veterans, including our student veterans, to stand if you are able. On behalf, okay. No, keep standing. Keep standing. On behalf of all the members of the Colorado State University community, we thank you for your service to our community, to our state, and our country. Thank you. I would like to now invite Dr. Sean Bingham to the podium to recognize the Honors Program graduates.
Thank you. I'm going to go off script for a couple seconds and say listening to Dr. Daly and sitting next to him has inspired me to take my hat off and let my hair down. So thank you. And I want to say a quick thing off script too, since Mother's Day is coming up. So a special gift to moms. When you're out in the real world, quote unquote, no one is going to ask you what your grades are. Right? So to the extent that you are going to go do honorable work around soil science, food, land, etc., and working hard doing that honorable work, you are an honors student. So keep that in mind. Moms, happy Mother's Day. So very quickly, my name is Sean Bingham, and I serve as the director of the University Honors Program. That is the best job on campus, I can tell you. I get to work with students from every major. To become a University Honors Scholar, a student completes an integrated program of study which includes honors seminars and courses in their major, in addition to a senior honors thesis, while maintaining at least a 3.5 cumulative GPA. These students collectively may be recognized by their green gowns. I'm colorblind, my family tells me, so I'm assuming that you're right there. This spring, we celebrate and recognize 12 College of Agricultural Sciences graduates from the University Honors Program. Students, please stand and remain standing as your name is called. Please hold your applause until all names have been read. From the Department of Agriculture and Resource Economics, Emma Fortman, Madison Radler. From the Department of Animal Sciences, Jenny Box-Kincher. Isabel Cabrera, Maddie McCabe, Amanda Mills, Treasure Morgan, Margaret Salter, Emily Wilson. From the Department of Horticulture and Landscape Architecture, Elena Boer, Brooke Brunson. From the Department of Soil and Crop Sciences, Britt Meese. Please join me in congratulating our University Honors Scholars. All right, thanks. You may be seated. It's my pleasure now to invite Colorado State University's President, Amy Parsons, to the podium to deliver brief remarks and confer degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Bingham. Congratulations, graduates. Your loved ones, professors, and the CSU staff are all here on this Momentum Day to celebrate your accomplishments. CSU's top priority is you, student success, and your commencement is the ultimate success. I look out at you today and have complete confidence that you're graduating as engaged citizens who are well prepared to contribute to your professions and to society. You are ready to work with one another, to be active in your communities, to volunteer, to vote, perhaps to run for office, and to participate in all facets of civil society. Let your success today remind you of your capacity to achieve difficult goals, and let it embolden you to take on new challenges. Our world needs your ingenuity, your skill, your diplomacy, and your compassion. Never doubt that you possess the potential to make a profound difference individually and collectively. And please remember as you go out to have that intellectual humility. I was so inspired by our words from our commencement speaker, Daly, tonight, talking about the need to work with others who are different from you, to make learning a lifelong journey, and to reach out and learn from people who have very different views from you. Thank you for those really inspiring remarks. Now, all of you graduates have something in common with this, everyone who has graduated from this 150-year-old institution, including me. And as a fellow alum myself, I am so excited to wish you well on your CSU journey. We applaud you, graduates. We couldn't be more excited to know that our future is in your hands. Now let's get to conferring some degrees. At this time, I ask Dean Pritchett to join me on the podium to officially present this amazing graduating class for conferral of your degrees.
President Parsons, it is my distinct honor to present to you the candidates from the College of Agricultural Sciences for the baccalaureate degree. These candidates and their fellows in absentia have fulfilled the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science at Colorado State University. Would all the candidates for baccalaureate degree please rise?
College of Agricultural Sciences graduating class of 2024. This is the moment you've worked toward and dreamed about. It's my sincere honor to formally declare, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System, I hereby confer upon each of you the Bachelor of Science degree, together with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Let us recognize the achievements of this outstanding group of graduates. Congratulations. Graduates, you may be seated. I invite Addie Elliott to the podium to start the diploma distribution process.
Thank you, President Parsons and Dean Pritchett. My name is Addie Elliott, and I use she, her pronouns, and I serve in the college as the Assistant Dean for Academic Advising and Student Success. I'm also a faculty member in the Department of Soil and Crop Sciences. I want to offer my warmest congratulations to our graduates. Your curiosity, your passion, creativity, and inspiration has certainly left its mark on the College of Agricultural Sciences and CSU. Student success can be defined several different ways, and celebrating with you here at Commencement is my absolute favorite. We will now award diplomas to the graduating class. This is the most fun part of the night. Graduates, families, and friends, commencement ceremonies are honored and distinguished occasions, as well as a time for celebration. Please feel free to express your pride and your happiness as your candidate receives their degree. Department marshals will lead the graduates to the stage, and our newest graduates will be announced by Dean Pritchett. Department heads will present the diplomas, and students will be congratulated by Associate Dean Amy Charkowski and President Parsons, and department and faculty staff as they proceed on and off the stage. Students will have a professional photo taken before returning to their seats. A listing of our graduates may be found in your digital commencement program. I invite Dean Pritchett, Dr. Patrick Doyle, Dr. Amy Charkowski, and President Parsons to come forward and congratulate our graduates.
Now for the graduates from the Department of Animal Sciences. Kaya J. Patron, Equine Science. Jennifer Ann Backus-Kincher, Animal Sciences. Emily Jeanette Wilson, Animal Sciences. Isabel Alexandria Cabrera, Animal Sciences. Maddie Rose McCabe, graduating with a degree in Equine Sciences. Treasure Morgan, graduating with a degree in Animal Science. Amanda Perry Mills, graduating in Animal Sciences. Bruce Alexander Taylor, Animal Science. Riley J. Mitchell, Animal Sciences, magna cum laude. Emily M. McDorman, Equine Sciences, graduating summa cum laude. Riley Lynn K. Hassanak, graduating with Econ Sciences, cum laude. Audra Lindsay James Brown, graduating Equine Sciences, cum laude. Ryan Haggard, graduating in Animal Sciences, cum laude. Georgia Catherine Lane, graduating Equine Science, cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Berglund, graduating Equine Science, cum laude. Allison May Lancaster, Animal Sciences, cum laude. Jessica Rose Bonney, graduating with Equine Sciences, cum laude. Karina Nicole Kotsky, graduating Animal Sciences, cum laude. Megan Ashley Rutland, graduating Equine Sciences, summa cum laude. Jessica Ann Deal, graduating in Animal Sciences, summa cum laude. Erica Gabrielle Lutman, graduating in Animal Sciences. Josephine Sophia Nava Ruiz, graduating Animal Sciences with a minor in Agricultural Business. Catherine Eileen Hill, graduating in Equine Sciences. Celine Bora, Equine Sciences. Rhiannon M. Hayes, graduating with Animal Sciences. Francesca Ann Marenthal, Equine Sciences. Caitlin Elizabeth Nolan, Equine Sciences. Isabella Mackenzie Boyers, graduating Animal Sciences. Hunter Austin Wills, Animal Sciences. Kayla Marie Wheaton, graduating Equine Sciences. Sarah Elizabeth Parrott, Equine Sciences. Aslan Marie Brown, graduating Equine Science. Kyla Ashanti Cruz Arona, graduating Animal Science. Renee Averill Williams, graduating with Animal Science. Ella Louise Moxie, Equine Science. Haley Grace Goebel, Animal Science. Kate Samantha Belmont, Animal Science. Alex Matthew Wang, Animal Science. Anna Hill Angus, Equine Science and Zoology. Savannah Ann Parent, Animal Science. Sabrina Nicole Marie Williams, Animal Sciences. Julia Reynolds, Animal Science. Ashley Ann Gibbons, Animal Science. Kendra Godina, Animal Science. Caitlin Quinlan, Animal Science. Cyan Ray Hayes, Equine Science. Jetta Barbara Nanan, Animal Science. Taja Robert Carr, with a Master of Agricultural Sciences, Integrated Resource Management. Emily Nicole Jakes, Equine Science. Caitlin Paige Haynes, Equine Science. Jenna Nicole Hamill, Equine Science. Meg Grulick, Equine Science. Hazel Janine Carpenter, Animal Science. Chloe Blanchette Sewell, Equine Science. Sarah Elizabeth Reynolds, Equine Science. Bailey Ailish Subatea Phillips, Equine Science. Catherine Rose Brown, Equine Science. Rosie Noby, Bachelor's of Science in Biology and Equine Science. Kari Louise McCartney, Equine Science. Birgit Ann Swanson, Equine Science. Bernice Lynn Brown, Equine Science. Fisher Lindahl, Animal Sciences. Sagine Sarah Sagani, Animal Science. Mia Uli Ritter, Animal Science. Kennedy Adara Tyrell, Animal Science. Javier Severo Sanchez, Animal Science. Alyssa J. Tafoya, Animal Science. Kat Mullenix, Animal Science. Carly Rupp, Animal Science. Christopher J. Contorsi, Animal Science. Alex Hatch, Animal Science. Aaron N.D. Sprout, Animal Science. Alexandria Heneve Varela, Animal Science. Riley Nicole Bridgman, Animal Science. Mackenzie Beth Marentet, Animal Science. Ryan Scott Sheehan, Animal Science. Amanda Nicole Johnson, Animal Science. Gail Angelica DiGregorio, Animal Science. Amber Rose Copley, Animal Science. Laura Leanne Bailey, Animal Science. Tegan Vogelsong, Animal Science. Jaden Schneider, Animal Science. Riley Kale West, Animal Science. Now for graduates from the Department of Soil and Crop Sciences. Brittany Meese, Bachelor of Science in Soil and Crop Sciences, International Soil and Crop Science, cum laude. Eileen Murray, Bachelor of Science in Soil and Crop Sciences, Sustainable Ag Management. Sam McNeil, Soil and Crop Sciences, Plant Biotechnology, Genetics, Breeding, minor in Chemistry, cum laude. Sarah Lee Ann Harper, Soil and Crop Sciences. Beamian Redwine Sanders Martin, Soil and Crop Sciences, Sustainable Ag Management. Hannah Mitchell, Soil and Crop Sciences, Sustainable Ag Management. Michael Ryan, Soil and Crop Sciences, Soil Science and Environmental Solutions. Now for graduates from the Department of Agricultural Biology. Camden Edward Meyer, Agricultural Biology, Plant Pathology. Heidi Keeble, Agricultural Biology, Entomology. Delaney Young, Agricultural Biology, Entomology. Now for the graduates from the Department of Horticulture and Landscape Architecture. Aiden Rogan Thompson, Horticulture Controlled Environment. Michael Anthony Trigula, Horticulture Controlled Environmental Horticulture. Aspen Montgomery Klein, Controlled Environment Horticulture. Maisie Carlin Kennedy, Landscape Architecture. Ellie M. Asbury, Landscape Architecture. Noah Kirchin, Landscape Architecture. Jessica Lee Kelly, Landscape Architecture. Adrienne Ann Mosier, Landscape Architecture. Isabella Eleanor Jesh, Landscape Architecture. Connor Payne Fry, Landscape Architecture. Dakota Erica Frederick, Landscape Architecture. Blake E. Riot, Landscape Architecture. Thomas J. Hansen, Landscape Architecture. Tyler Scott Jordan, Landscape Architecture. Kelsey Renee Lively, Horticulture Business Management. Hope Catherine Robbins, Horticulture Business Management. Sam Merritt Leon, Horticulture Business Management. Benjamin Rovner, Horticulture Food Crops. Brooke Logry Brunson, Landscape Architecture. Elena Bear, Landscape Architecture. Gareth Boys, Dudley Boys, Landscape Architecture, cum laude. Catherine Grace McKenzie, Environmental Horticulture, Landscape Design and Contracting, cum laude. Virginia Lane Spitzley, Environmental Horticulture, Landscape Design and Contracting. Saffron Taryn Logan Weddington, Landscape Design and Contracting. Isabel Lucy Bennett, Landscape Design and Contracting. Sarah Downing, Horticulture Business Management. McKenna E. Lansing, Horticulture. Nathan Patrick James, Horticulture Business Management. Madison Cradleville, Nursery and Landscape Management. Eric Keft, Controlled Environment Horticulture. Colin Stephen Price, Horticulture Turf Management. Eric Nicholas Silver, Nursery and Landscape Management. Gabriel M. Goodwin, Nursery and Landscape Management. Calvin Sungmin Choi, Nursery and Landscape Management. Rachel Ann Roberts, Horticultural Food Crops. Jesse Baumchin, Controlled Environment Horticulture. Adeline Schumer, Landscape Architecture. Hero Antonio Sanchez, Landscape Architecture. Ryan Marcela Gonzalez, Landscape Architecture. Valerie Capone, Landscape Architecture. Ujama Fauzi Al-Bahari, Landscape Architecture. Daniel Wera Phillips, Landscape Architecture. Griffin Breck Abilene Younger, Landscape Architecture. Canyon Cecil, Landscape Architecture. Salvatore Nicholas Villa, Controlled Environmental Horticulture. Madison Luana Bierlow, Controlled Environmental Horticulture. Johann Franz von Uxkull Gildebrand V, Controlled Environmental Horticulture. Patricia L. Henderson, Controlled Environmental Horticulture. Bailey C. Dedel, Controlled Environmental Horticulture. EMP Edwards Clancy, Horticultural Food Crops. Stephanie Roselia Bonilla, Horticulture Business Management. Ryan Max Christenberry, Landscape Design and Contracting. Madison Rose Plank, Landscape Design and Contracting. Now for the graduates from the Department of Agricultural and Resource Economics. Seth Roten, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Anastasia Logan Marsh, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Ben Morris Rowe, Agricultural Business. Jean-Louis Bondaran, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Riley John Birkland, Agricultural Business. Trenton Kiyoshi Tanabe, Agricultural Business. Peter Dulles, Agricultural Business. Brian Crespo, Focus, Agricultural Business. Haley Ray Nichols, Equine Science and Agricultural Business. Silani Renee Cantu, Agricultural Business, Food Systems. Mackenzie Matarozo, Agricultural Education, Teacher Development, and Equine Science. Charlie Lindell Miller, Agricultural Education, Teacher Development. Caitlin Marie Lynch, Agricultural Education, Teacher Development. Bailey McSwain, Agricultural Education, Teacher Development. Jordan Ray Chance, Agricultural Education, Agricultural Literacy. Jessie Leanne Brown, Agricultural Education, Agricultural Literacy. Emma Jean Fortman, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics, cum laude. Madison McKinsley Rattler, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Bridget Carney, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Roxanne Estelle Basher, Agricultural Business, magna cum laude. Noelle Christine Elmore, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics, cum laude. Shelby Weeder, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics, magna cum laude. Brooke Carlson, Agricultural Education, Agricultural Literacy, cum laude. Cole E. Aguirre, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Colin Patrick Feeney, Agricultural Business. Jalen Marie McGuffin, Agricultural Business. Gwendoline Margaret Cass, Agricultural Business. Tibogo Ulebele, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Claire M. Eric, Agricultural Business. Sadie Johnson, Bachelor of Science in Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Michaela Mateer, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Tyler Clay Wasserman, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Kai David Hill, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics. Jessica Christine Larrick, Environmental and Natural Resource Economics.
You're all awesome. That was wonderful. Congratulations. We have a few students still having their photo taken, but I am going to take this opportunity to invite our first student speaker, Jess Deal, to the podium. Jess is graduating today with a degree in animal sciences and a minor in agricultural business. Jess has enhanced the visibility of the college by leading a team of student recruitment ambassadors and coordinating major events on campus. that connect with diverse audiences. Her engagement in activities like 4-H and professional experiences in livestock welfare underscore her commitment to the agricultural sector and youth mentorship. After graduation, Jess will be working for Leprino Foods in Greeley, Colorado, within their manufacturing management trainee program. Please join me in welcoming Jess.
Thank you for the introduction, Addie. Families, esteemed faculty, and fellow graduates of the College of Agricultural Sciences, it is my honor to stand before you all today as we celebrate our graduation, a momentous occasion marking the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and growth. Our collective journey to this point has been anything but ordinary. As a cohort, we faced one of the most pressing challenges our generation may ever see in the COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, by a show of hands, how many people here today are experiencing their first real graduation ceremony? Many of us were facing an already tumultuous time, and it felt like the world was crumbling around us. We are asked to demonstrate grit, adapt to virtual learning platforms, and practice autonomy in a way we had never been asked to do so before. But through this, we strengthened our passion and steadfast commitment not only for ourselves, but for the agriculture industry. We learned to embrace new technologies, explore diverse innovation, and from this, we created a family where we all supported each other with unwavering resilience. We all demonstrated our readiness to take on the challenges of the future as professionals in our respective fields. We are on the cusp of the next great chapter in life, drawing our time as undergraduates within the College of Agriculture to a close. Looking out to my peers, I have never been more hopeful about the future of this industry than I am today. We carry the knowledge, the skills, and the values instilled in us by our own lived experiences and within our education we got here at CSU. I have no doubt that each of us is equipped to lead, innovate, and make a positive impact on the world around us. As we begin to write this next chapter in life, let us carry forward all the lessons we learned, the friendships we forged, and the memories we made as CSU Rams. Let us be guided by our passion for agriculture, our commitment to sustainability, and our dedication to feeding the world. Congratulations, fellow graduates of the class of 2024. May we continue to embody the spirit of resilience, determination, and excellence that brought us to this momentous day. Together, we will make a difference and brighten the future of agriculture and beyond. Go Rams!
I now invite our second student speaker, Britt Meese, to the podium. Britt is graduating today with a degree in soil and crop sciences and minors in chemistry and global and environmental sustainability. She helped revitalize the Agronomy Club, where she served as president, all while making significant contributions to research through her prestigious Golden Opportunities Scholar Program. She led a comprehensive study across multiple states and got to present her findings at national conferences. Next month, Britt will be moving to Santa Fe, New Mexico to begin working with the Natural Resource Conservation Service as a soil conservationist. Please welcome with me, Britt Meese.
All right, hi graduates, hi family and friends. It's so great to be here. Like I just said, I was a COVID graduate, as many of you are too, so it's great to be here, and I hope your successes and challenges don't stop from here. So shoots, there's my page. How many of you are the youngest in your family? By show of hands. Cool, good for you. How many of you are from out of state? Woo! Good. All right. Awesome. I'm with you. I traveled 900 miles from the Midwest to go to school here. I had no idea what I was getting into in terms of my education and career. I was the first in my family by 14 years to do something like this, and then to have the idea to go take my career abroad and do something with that over there. To do so, I planned my own study abroad to Kenya to learn about soil and food systems in a developing country, thinking I should probably experience hands-on and at a community level of what I had revolved my curriculum around for the last 3 years. Here are some of my favorite pictures from that trip. I was captivated with giving girls the opportunity to learn to be treated as human beings, to help them learn how to be self-sufficient by finishing their education and growing their own food. It was life-changing understanding how fortunate I am. I recall an experience while visiting a rural boarding girls' school, explaining how I was wrapping up my self-funded education and trip, and the realization that these girls did not have that opportunity. This experience led me to know that joining the Peace Corps was now my calling, and regardless of that next step, I saw my ability to be a change maker wherever I am throughout my life. Same goes for you. And then my life turned upside down, and I no longer had the Peace Corps opportunity. I questioned my existence, my education. What did I do now? Who's nervous here to graduate? Well, I guess we already got our diploma, but who's ready to finish this? Yeah. I was experiencing that graduation dread when I was so confident in what I was going to be doing afterwards, that was ripped away from me. But then a friend explained to me that life is not a linear path nor a defined staircase, nor is it a straight staircase, nor should we prioritize getting back on that defined linear path if we veer off. It's more like two concentric circles. Within the outer circle is our moral compass. The inner circle provides many opportunities within our destiny. It can look as messy as you want. As a chemistry minor, I thought of this in terms of entropy, or the randomness of nature. The higher the entropy, or the randomness of nature, the better, the most adventurous, and the most exciting. Nature does not like linear, neat things. The most spontaneous reactions, or decisions, are those that are the most random. And yet you can still make an impact on the world by choosing to step out of your comfort zone. Graduates, we've reached a platform in our CSU staircase leading everywhere all at once. I encourage you not to stress about which is the correct staircase or choosing one will close all other doors, and instead to take risks and to follow while still following your moral compass. That staircase can lead elsewhere, and you never know who or what will come your way, building your character, your community, and the greatness you impart on the world. You've worked so hard for this. We've done it. Woo! We've completed our goal together. Go out and spread your good work and inspire others to build themselves up alongside you. Thank you.
That was amazing. That was so amazing. Thank you, Jess and Britt, for those thoughtful and inspiring remarks for your fellow graduates. And I have to say, what's up, graduates? Yeah, that's good. That's good. If you are following, that makes me super happy. And good evening to everyone that's around. That's where we say good evening. Yeah, there you all are. So in class, I don't let anything move on until everyone has said good morning or good evening wherever we are. So thank you so much for that. My name is Matt Camper, and I choose to use he, him, and his pronouns, and I serve as the Assistant Dean of Teaching Practice and Academic Programs and as a Master Instructor in the Department of Agricultural Biology here at Colorado State. Before I get into my alumni remarks, I have two short orders of business. First, while today is all about our students, there's another group of people we wish to acknowledge. Family and friends joining us today. Please stand if you are able. That's everyone up in the wings. Yes. Folks, this group of graduates worked hard to succeed because you showed them what hard work and success look like. They were motivated because you were always there building them up, and they took advantage of new and diverse opportunities because you gave them the confidence to do so. And graduates, these wonderful people standing around you and joining us online helped you with homework, made you food that you liked, or even if you didn't, hopefully just encouraged you to still try it, right? They hugged you into feeling better, inspired you in your career path and passions, and they likely just helped to make you better people. These folks here for you today, in this building and online, are, for a lack of a better word, awesome. And now, through your applause and your cheering and your screaming and your yelling and the way to blow the house and the roof off Moby is the time for you to tell them so. Now, the second order of business, and probably the most popular rite of passage that is part of this special day. Students, now is the time to take those tassels and move them from the right side over to the left side. I'd like to be the first to welcome you to the alumni family, and congratulations on a job well done. Not that long ago. Okay, hold on. Multiply by 4, divide by 7, then re-multiply by the number of gray hairs in my beard, which makes it exactly 8,395 days ago. I was sitting right where you are, holding my first diploma from CSU. But what hasn't changed in those many, many days is how proud I am to be a CSU Ram. Each and every one of you has a different path and future ahead. But whether you stay in Fort Collins or travel to the far ends of the world, you all have one important thing in common with each other and with more than 250,000 others who've come before you. You are all alumni of Colorado State University. That's right, you should. No matter where your personal and professional journey takes you, the College of Agricultural Sciences, your former instructors, and the Alumni Association will be here for you every step of the way. Now, based on my own experience, I promise you that the pride, excitement, and nervousness you're feeling right now will provide fuel for the road ahead. But eventually, those feelings are going to change just a bit. They're going to deepen, they're going to mix with memories, and they're going to turn into nostalgia. As that happens, remember that this special place will always be your home. And someday, that nostalgia will remind you that commencement wasn't just a beginning. It's a time to look back with pride and profound gratitude to those that helped you along the way, many of whom are here with us now, or online, or with us in spirit, and those who strolled these paths before you. If you look back even further, you'd see students painting the A on a hillside west of town for the very first time, while others planted the last batch of trees that still surround the oval. Both occurred a century ago this year. Like those students, you too have left your mark at CSU. And like those rows of American elm trees in the oval, you are rooted here. Again, it is an honor to be the first to officially welcome you to the alumni family, and again, congratulations on a job well done. As we draw to a close, I want to thank the members of the platform party, staff and students in the college, and all the others who helped arrange this commencement ceremony. A very special thanks to J.C. Branch and Terry Marsh for providing the sign language interpretation, to Dean Pritchett for reading the names, the Army ROTC Color Guard for presenting the colors, and the Colorado State Brass Quintet and Nathan Messina Anderson for leading us in singing. Now, speaking of singing, I would like to invite everyone to please rise and join in the singing of the Colorado State alma mater. Now, I know the students won't need it, but the words will be displayed on the screens, and they're also available in the digital commencement program.
Hail to thee, our alma mater, Colorado State. Memories are everlasting of this place so great. May thy green and gold unite us, loyal ever be. Colorado State, our alma mater, hail, all hail to thee.
Wow, y'all sounded awesome. Well done. You all may be seated. We're almost there, I promise. Graduates, you have been part of a special day, a special event. It is your university graduation and a day and an evening you will always remember. We are proud to have played a part in your lives, but we are most excited about what you will do and who you will become in the future. In just a few moments, you will leave this venue as the newest alumni of Colorado State University in the College of Agricultural Sciences. As you do this, we humbly ask that as you take those first few steps towards whatever lies ahead, you reflect on and hold tightly to the principles of community that are at the core of this great university. I ask that the audience please remain seated while the platform party, faculty, and graduates recess. Family and friends can meet graduates outside of the venue immediately following the ceremony. To everyone here, thank you so much for being with us. And in the same manner as I have concluded every class that I have taught here at CSU, I ask that you all be safe, that you take care of each other, that you pay it forward when and where you can. Now go be Rams.